Hey guys, Jake and Devin back with you. Today we're smoking a Cohiba. This happens to be the Cigar Lingera. It comes in a 5-pack box, and these are individually packaged in cardboard inside, so it's very nice packaging. Right off the bat, what do you think about this?
Looks very nice, like a typical Cohiba, just that nicely wrapped Cohiba and that typical Cohiba brand, or band.
Yep.
The thing I noticed about yours is that green line.
Yeah, there is just a little imperfection on mine. I don't know what it is. There's just that green bit right there. That just could be, I guess.
Dried tobacco, I don't know.
Yeah, dried tobacco, maybe not ready yet or something. But
anyways, this is my first Cohiba. Jake's already had one of his, so you know what? I'm pretty excited. So let's get this going.
All right. So on the smells of mine, I'm just picking up a nice cedar, a nice tobacco-y smell.
Yeah, I also get that strong cedar, and I also do get a little bit of tobacco with the smell here.
So let's chop these up.
Chop these up with a nice Cigar cutter.
Absolutely. Alright, so right off the bat with this Cohiba, the draw is very firm on it.
You gotta work a little bit to get the smoke out of this. But you know what, sometimes I don't mind that, so.
Yep, so.
It actually has like a sweet tobacco. Like it's not like a flavored sweetness, like you know, I can't explain it, but it's just like a really sweet tobacco. I get that sweetness from it. It makes my mouth water after.
Yeah, it definitely is sweet, but it's not artificial, which I think you're trying to get across. So it's very nice.
That's what I was trying to say.
All right. Without further ado, let's light these bad boys up. So first few puffs. How's that first Cohiba of yours?
Bold. One word, if I could describe it, bold.
Yeah, it definitely just covers your entire palate with bold cedar, bold tobacco.
It's not really, because you have to work so much and it's such a tight draw, it's not really a cloud of white, thick smoke. That's one thing I do notice. Like, for example, like you can barely see Jake smoke there.
Yeah.
But I really do like the strong cedar on this, and that mild tobacco, the plain tobacco taste, the sweet tobacco taste actually, that I get from these is really, really nice.
Yeah, so we're going to smoke these, smoke the first third, maybe the halfway, and we'll come back with you.
Hey guys, Jake and Evan back with you on these Cohiba what are they?
Cingaro Lingeros or something like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to pronounce.
Alright, so that's what we're doing today. We're doing a double review. What are your thoughts on this so far?
It has very, I want to say challenging and draw. This is probably the most tightest draw I've had, but I think that's to allow for slower burning, as this is quite a thin cigar.
Yeah, it's long and thin.
I think that's the only purpose of it.
Yeah. But, yeah, I actually cut mine off again. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, so I actually had to cut mine off again to allow it to open up the draw just that little bit more. It didn't help so much, but you know what? I figured I'd try it, so you know what, I actually don't mind that more of a bolder taste that I get with it when I open it up.
Yeah, that's what I found too. Just more bold taste, not necessarily more airflow.
Yeah. Okay, so the ash on these, I actually really like it. It's burning pretty even. Jake actually had a nice ash and then
knocked it.
And so that's what the ash looks like so far. It's pretty nice. It's not too shabby at all. So pretty good smoke for my first Cohiba, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so from the start of this cigar, there's no real taste changes with this. Still with that sweet tobacco and that cedar, flavors with that. So.
Yeah, I might be starting to pick up something else, like maybe like almonds or like something like nutty in there.
actually tastes like kind of like a pepper.
Mhm. Maybe a little bit of spice in there too. So it's definitely a very flavorful, very just great cigar.
Yeah, great cigar. Pretty complex from what we've told you.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Great flavors with it. Coat your whole palate, even though it doesn't have that thick, beautiful smoke. So, I thoroughly enjoy this.
Mhm. So let's smoke these down closer to the band, and we'll come back with some final ratings, guys. Hey guys, Jake and Devin back with ya. So we've almost smoked these Cohibas down to the band, and yeah, we're ready to do some final ratings and some conclusions on these.
One thing I want to note with this, I've smoked a smaller cigar like this, like the smaller ring gauge on it, and it's gotten harsh real quick. This hasn't gotten harsh.
Yeah, it's still good.
Like, it's not hot, it's not harsh. So, I'm really impressed with that, actually. So, I guess that's what you pay for when you get Cohiba Soul, right?
Premium.
Alright, so what would you give for overall looks and appearance?
Looks and appearance, I give it, for this Cohiba in particular, I'd give it a solid 8. It's wrapped nicely. It has that nice Cohiba band on it. Just a standard Cohiba look. It's a good one.
Honestly, I think Cohiba could do nicer with their bands. That's just me.
It's just this one. Like on their bigger ring gauge cigars, they have beautiful bands. But this one,
I don't know. This
looks
one,
plain.
this one to me, it's too plain. You know, I want to look at something while I'm smoking the cigar. Like, I enjoy looking at the band, inspecting it. You know, what's on the band. You know, trying to figure out what colors they are, 'cause I'm colorblind. So,
Yep.
But for overall looks, the wrapping was good, and I'll probably give it a 7.
Alright, so Ashen burn line. Right now, this is burning very nicely.
Burn line, best burn line I've seen, a 10.
Yeah,
Right away.
10.
Ash, it's probably a 7 or an 8 for me.
Yeah,
It was decent, but it fell off pretty quick.
8 for me as well. It kind of looks tight when it's coming on, and then just as soon as you got a nice solid length going, it just falls off. So it's all right.
Alright, so for strength and flavor, for strength, I'm probably gonna class this as like a high medium to a low strong. And for flavors, I'm honestly gonna give it a 9. I really like the flavors in it. There was a little bit of white pepper. I like that cedar, that sweet tobacco. That sweet tobacco actually never went away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a cigar would get bitter by now. It hasn't, so I love that a lot.
Yep, 100%. I'm agreeing with Devin here. 8 average rating for taste. I still have just a hint of that sweetness still, and it's just been a great cigar. Cohiba. They're always good. Strength as well. I put this as a higher medium to low strong.
Alright, for value.
So, I bought a 5-pack of these in a box. They're $20 each. So, this, yeah, do the math. This is definitely more of an occasion cigar for us.
At least as of now.
Yeah. So, $20 for an occasion cigar. Yeah. Value, I don't know. 6 maybe. It's not great, but again, you are paying for the Cohiba experience, and that.
Yeah. It's just like with anything, like for example, clothes.
Exactly.
You know, if you're getting Hollister, you're paying for that little bird on your pack there. Like that's really all it is. You're paying for the name brand. I guess, you know, experience and heritage and whatever else comes in. You know, that comes in too, but I think it's mostly just the name brand. But value, honestly, I'm gonna rate this as like a 5, 50%. For something as little as this, for 20 bucks, I would buy it again, but as Jake said, it's an occasion cigar. I wouldn't be buying these on the daily. I would buy a tin of 5 or a box of 5 of these, and you know what, have them, for example, like my birthday, or, something like that. So, exactly, just something like that. So, for value, I'm going to give it a 5.
Overall rating, this Cohiba, I'd give it solid 7.5. It's good. The flavors have been excellent. It's just that steep price that's holding my rating down. Would I buy this again? Here and there, definitely.
You know what? Would I buy this again? Yes, as Jake said, here and there. You know what, guys? I know you guys are probably, thinking like there's more expensive cigars out there. You know what? Yes, there is. But, again, we're 20 years old, buying $20 cigars. Honestly, you really don't see that many 20-year-olds smoking cigars that often, especially with our jobs that we have. So, yes, I would buy this again. An overall rating for a first Cohiba, probably an 8.
Alright guys, this concludes our little review of this Cohiba Cigar.
Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Check out our Instagram, we've been updating regularly. And thanks for watching, guys.